Hello, my name's Julie from Salessewunique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. I am most active on Instagram. I have an Etsy shop where I sell project bags and all kinds of handmade items, and a website where I sell fabric, sock yarn, and there'll be haberdashery soon, plus felt and things like that. Well, as you can see from behind me, it is snowing. It's been snowing all morning. So the cats haven't really, well, Elsa has not been out. She's sort of taken one look and thought, no, I'm not going out. But Charlie went out, and once he got in the snow, he got quite excited, and he was chasing around the garden like nobody's business. But he had about 10 minutes and that was it. Got him in then, and he's now asleep upstairs. So the kittens and Elsa are just playing around the house. So my plans for today, really, today I decided to stay at home anyhow. But what am I doing? I was going to do some sewing today and update the website, so I'm probably still going to do that. I just don't really want to go outside in that. Oh dear. I'd like to say hello and welcome to any new subscribers. Thank you for joining us. I've seen the numbers have gone up a little bit, so hello and welcome. And I think I'm going to do a little bit of cooking. I've just popped the oven on so it can warm up, and I bought a chicken the other day, so I'm going to cook that up for the cats and then freeze it all later on. I've also got some mince to cook, so I might do that for tea. Other than that, I'm not really sure what else I'm going to do today, food wise at least. Well, I've just been outside to get rid of the rubbish, hence why my glasses have gone dark. So I'm a bit wet, so you have to excuse the hair, but Adele and myself are just going for a quick walk to get some snowy pictures, so we'll share them with you a bit later on. Oh, battery's going. Don't move now. And it's Monday morning, and as you can see, I'm in my sewing room. It's actually very cold outside today. We have no snow. I'm glad to say it's all gone. We had snow up until Saturday, because Saturday evening through to Sunday morning it rained, and when I got up Sunday morning, all the snow had gone, which was good, because I think it was last Thursday we had snow, and Friday it was even colder, and it started to freeze a little bit, so it wasn't very good for going out. But as you'll have seen, we went for a walk and Della was building a snowman. Yeah, so it was nice, very cold, nice. Came back like a drowned rat because it was snowing, and my hair was absolutely soaked. And because I wear hairspray and I have wax on my hair, it went all stiff and funny, and it stayed wet for hours. I was wandering around with a towel on my head for the best part of the afternoon and the evening until I actually got to go and have a shower. But I love to see the snow, but I'm also pleased when it's gone. So I just hope we don't get any more, because I've had enough now. Right. You know, I thought I'd got my. Oh, I thought I'd got myself organised this morning with some things, and then I got myself all set up out here, and I forgot my camera, hadn't I? Well, my phone, so I had to go back in for that. Right, I've made a little note of a few things I need to tell you about, because last week I forgot a few bits. Oh dear me. Well, I think I mentioned last week that I'd finished the Cat Cafe book. They're really good, thoroughly enjoyed that. So then I'm thinking, oh, what have I got to read? Because I haven't got any books upstairs. Anyhow, I remembered I'd picked one up before Christmas from the charity shop. And this is the book, and it's by Philippa Ashley, and it's Christmas on the Little Cornish Isles, the Driftwood Inn. And so far, I think I'm on, what am I on? I'm on chapter 3. So far it's okay. It's another, what can I say? Love story, a broken heart. It starts off with a broken heart, and she goes home. I think she's on, was it Scilly, I think? Or somewhere. Yeah, Cornish Isle she's on. And she's running her mum and dad's pub, the Driftwood Inn. So far it's quite good. So we shall see. I'll let you know how I get on with that. Because the other books I'm listening to are on my Kindle. So now I've got my earbud things, I can listen to that, which I did the other day when I was doing some machine embroidery, and yes, I could still hear the machine embroidery doing, but it was deadened enough that I could still hear the book, because otherwise if I'm listening to a book I lose concentration and then I can't hear the story very well. But no, the earbuds are working really well, so I'm really pleased with that. Right, well, I've been doing a few bits actually this week. I knew I'd forget something. Do you know? I've gone and left my sock knitting in the living room. I've had to put the kittens in the living room so I could come out of the back of the house. Right, I'll do knitting at the end. Right, so what I'll start with is Peter Rabbit cross stitch. Now, over the week I didn't have I must admit I didn't have an hour a day, but I sort of did make up my time that I'd lost towards the end of the week, because I had a couple of nights where I didn't sleep very well. This morning I was awake at 5:30. Didn't get up though. I stayed in bed till about 6:30 and I got up after that, yeah. And so the kittens have been on the loose since 6:30, so they are worn out at the minute and they are fast asleep in the living room, so they are on their own. They've got the lunch there, so they're fine for a bit. So that means if I don't sleep at night, I don't get much done the next day because I am that tired, especially being at home. I think I'm okay if I was going out to work, because I think you've got to get out and do, and it's usually later on when I sort of flop. But no, because I'm at home, I didn't get anything done, did I? So, and I fell asleep on the settee as well, which is not good. So cross stitching's out, sewing's out really, and knitting's out, because otherwise that's when it all goes wrong. So I have managed to catch up, and my aim for the week was to get the daffodil finish, which I did. I think you can see that there, yeah. So as you can see, I hope, yeah, I've got the daffodil finished, and I started on the chick, and I've got the part of the egg that's there finished. So yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying that. I can't wait to finish it and get it framed up and decorated up and hung up on my wall. I'm not going to say what my aim is this week, or the next week to do on this, because it's going to basically be part of the chick and the egg. And the chick I think is going to take a while to do, because there's a lot of colour changes in the chick, so it's going to take me a lot longer to do. I'd like to think I could get the chick finished, but no promises on that, I'm afraid. But yeah, I can't wait, like I said, to get that done. I'm already thinking about my next projects. If you remember, if you followed me for a while, you'll know I bought 2 Tomty cross stitches last year, so I'm hoping to start on them next, which will be good. Right, as you know, I am doing a Liberty Hexagon quilt. I'll show you some of my hexagons that I've already put together, and they're all sort of shades of blue. There's a little bit of teal in there. Right, they might be the right way up. I'm not. That's that one, and I think I've cut plenty out at the minute. Whether it's going to be enough for a quilt or not, I'm not sure, but I've managed to get these all stitched together, which they're looking good. Everything else is in this form at the minute, waiting to be put together. So I've got a pile on my worktop here, and the rest of them I'm keeping in my little hexie bag. Now I had a couple of questions last week, yes, which I need to reply to, which I will try and do today. The hexagons for the quilt are 2-inch, and I think for the bag, let me have a look and see. I haven't got a ruler on me. I think they're 1.5 or 1.25. I'm not sure. Somebody did ask me if I'd got a pattern for this, and I don't have a pattern. It's very straightforward. If you can make bags, put zips in, then you'll have no trouble. All you need to do is basically make a rectangle out of hexagons. Now I've got, let's have a look. I don't know how many I've got now. I can't see, I'm having trouble counting again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5 across I've got there. 5 across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'd say 6 across and 10 that way. And basically your 2 shorter edges, that's where you put your zip on. fold it over. Instead of having your zip across the top, you move the fabric down so your zip's at the front. And I just put, yeah, I quilted this first on some wadding, and then I put the liner and the zip in, and then that means all the raw edges are on this side, so that's why I put some binding on. And the binding's firstly stitched on with the sewing machine, and then it's folded over and hand stitched on the back. And basically that's all there is to it really. But no, I've been using this quite a lot lately. And oops, there goes something. So what I've decided to do with my hexagons, just let me check that I've got this right, yeah, is I'm going to do quilt as you go. I just thought I'd have something a bit easier. So that's what I've done. Now this is not stitched on yet. I've just put some temporary adhesive on, which is the 505 spray that I tend to use. You can also use, let's see if I've got a little tub of this. Glue based. It's a temporary basting glue, and it's by Roxanne. Now I'm not sure who sells this in the UK, but I think you can get it in the UK now. It might be the, or is it the Bobbin Patch? I'm sure there is some shop in the UK. Now I've tried lots of basting glues, and I've probably said before, this is my favourite. And when I purchased mine, I had to buy them from America through Amazon, and I think they one cost me £5, and that was including postage. So I'm going back 2 or 3 years. And then whenever they were on offer, I used to go onto Amazon and just purchase a few, so I'd always got some in, and they last ages. And all you need to do, you've got a little tip on. I always store mine upside down like this in a tub, and you just put some little dots on, and it is very strong. It holds your fabric to fabric really well, and I've used it on felt and all sorts. So like I said, it's ideal for basting. So obviously that's basted on, and normally I would use this, but I've got my 505 spray out, so I'll give it a quick spray and popped it on there. So now that is held in place. I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see the white fabric. Can you see that little pattern? It's like little tiny pebbles, it is. Because I'm not a fan of just plain white fabric. I like to have a little bit of a pattern on. And these squares are 12.5 inches square, so they will come out at 12-inch when I've finished. I've got to decide on the fabric that I'm going to have for the sashing, and I'm not sure what I'm going to use at the minute. Bits of fluff on it. I don't know whether to use sort of some 100% cotton in a, I don't know, blue or a teal colour. I think what I'm going to have to do is probably take it down to work with me, see if I've got anything to match and go with that. But I'm going to now, I was thinking of hand stitching these on, but I've decided to stitch them on with a zigzag stitch, so then it's all quilted, because I've got wadding at the back of the fabric, and then I've got my cotton at the back, so that's my sandwich. So yeah, and I'm going to use a clear thread, I think, on the top, so that should look okay. So I'm really pleased with that. It's coming along. So what I might do is just get it to this stage and then have a day at some point just doing all the stitching on there, and then I can start on the sashing then. But no, the patterns, I must admit, some of the patterns of the fabrics are really nice. I mean, this one, that's got fruit on it, so that looks nice. The colours are beautiful. I've never put myself down as a blue fan, but I seem to have a lot of blue fabric. Well, that's nice. I like the flowers on that. I like this one. That's nice. And I think this one is one of my favourites. I like the colours on that. So yes, so that is coming along really well. My Christmas quilt. Fortunately, that's not coming along at all. I managed to do a couple of rows on the horizontal, and that was about it, because my machine is sat at the end of my worktop over behind me, and I've got another, that's where my sewing table comes out, so it's in the way. You can't sit down, and as you know, I've had a bad back and I didn't want to be stood up. I mean, even though I can stand up with the machine, I'd be bent over because it's not the right height, and it'd probably make my back worse. So that is on hold just for now. Adele's been using the conservatory table because she's been doing some sublimating. We've got some birthdays coming up, the grandkids' birthdays are coming up, so she's been doing some little bits and pieces, which I'm not going to say what they are, because if any of them watch, then they'll know what they're getting. So hopefully once she's finished and she's packed all the sublimation stuff away and the printer, I'm going to take over the table for a few days and just see if I can get some done next week. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'll have time to do that. I will put a little clip in here of the machine embroidery that I was doing. It's only a little bit, but you'll see some hearts. Now I have got one finished. I can't see for looking. So this is freestanding lace. Now I haven't put the little hanger on yet, but that's what I've been doing. So like I say, I will put a little clip in of that so you can see what I've been doing. And what it does is you use water soluble stabilizer, and it stitches all the white background out. So this is a learning curve for using the new machine, because I've got an 8-inch square hoop, so I've managed to put now 6 of the hearts in. And the first one that I did, I ended up wasting my stabiliser because I thought I'd gone wrong, because I didn't realise it was going to stitch the white of the heart out first. So I ended up chucking it back thinking, oh, I've gone wrong here. And then as I put 6 hearts into the hoop pattern on the sewing machine, there is a way on the embroidery machine where you can combine the layers together, so it would do all the white of the heart first, then it would come back in and do the red. Now when I first did this, I forgot to change my bobbin thread, so on the back you can see the white of the bobbin thread there, which is not what I wanted. So I have done some more, and there's your front and there's the back. Now these haven't been washed yet, so the back is a nice shiny red and white thread, the same as what I've used on the front. So they've all got to be washed now to get rid of the stabilizer. So I'm just going to put a little cord in, and I'll tell you a bit more later on what these are actually for. Is that everything I've got to show you? What I'll do is I'll put the sock bit in here now, and I'm back with my knitting. I'd left it in the living room. Have been doing a bit of work on my socks over the week. I've not got quite as far as I'd hoped, but I'll show you how. Oh, I've lost a stitch. The Silent Night ones, I am down to. I haven't made any progress on them, have I? I'm about to start the heel flap, so I've got the leg done. I only like short socks. So I've got the heel flap to do on that. On my Hollyberry socks, I have got my heel flap and turned on. So I'm about to start on the gusset. But what I want to do before I start on the gusset, I want to get them all done to the same stage. And then on my Good Day Mr. Robin socks, I've got the heel flap and turned on that one, and I'm about to start on the heel flap on that one. So hopefully for next week I might have got all 4 socks in the same place. I hope so. Then I can concentrate on the gusset on each sock, and then it's just going to be a case of doing the foot, so I'll be able to get on a little bit quicker. So fingers crossed that I managed to get that done for next week. That will be good. Right, well, I think what I'll do now is show you 1 or 2 things that I've got on the website. Now, I've had a delivery of some William Morris fabric. I think there's 5 different patterns. They look absolutely stunning. So what I will do is probably put a picture in now, so you can see what they're like. So by the time this video goes live, they should be on the website, because that is my next job to do after I've been to the post office. Also, as Valentine's Day is coming up, I have got a couple of yarns on the website, which this is looking a little bit orangey to me. Now it might come out better, but it's like different sort of shades of red, orangey red type of thing. So if you're wanting to knit a pair of socks for somebody for Valentine's, for your true love, there's some of that on the website. And also there's this one as well. Now that's nice. So that's got a little bit of black in, I think. Let me get, no, it's navy blue actually. It's navy blue, there's brown, there's like a creamy colour, reds, a bit of orange. That looks really nice. So that's on the website as well. If you look on the website, you'll see sock yarn. So it's in the sock yarn section. I've also got some more sale yarn on the website, which that's going on today. I haven't really spent much time on the computer this week because obviously sitting on my chair upstairs with a bad back is not being very good for me, but I've been doing other things. So like I said, that's on the website. Now on Etsy I'm going to have a new item as well. Ooh, let me just get it. Apart from there'll be some hanging hearts for sale if anybody's interested. I have got a new bag design. If I get a chance, I will put a little bit of machine embroidery in of this design. Now I'm not going down the Valentine line this year. I'm just going to do just something nice. We've got roses. Now we've got some little tomties on there, so I've used the rose fabric for the hat, so it's got a nice white beard, and the rose fabric's on the top, and I've also used it for the lining. And to go with that, there's a lavender pouch. Now I've only got a few of these, but like I said, they are a nice gift if you are into Valentine's and you know somebody who knits. And what I've done is I'm going to put this nice sock yarn with it, so it's going to be like a little gift set. And there's also going to be some other little bits and pieces. There'll be some chocolate, there'll be a nice chocolate drink, there might be some tea in there if I can find something that goes with it. Right, now I haven't put these together yet, so I'm not sure if you're going to see these, but I have got some little acrylic stitch markers. They are very, very light, so that's the sort of medium one, and then this is a nice little tiny one to go on your socks, so you can see how small that is. Oops, there we go, it's focusing. So they will come with the bag as well. So like I said, I'm doing it as a little gift set, and there might be some little chocolates and strawberries to go in as well. And there'll be, like I said, there'll be a sweet treat. Well, it might be a heart chocolate actually, because I did pick one up for photographing purposes, and I'm going to go and have a look and see if I can pick up some more from Marks and Spencer's tonight. So the yarn, this yarn is on the website, and this little set is going to be on Etsy. So they are going on tonight, along with some hanging hearts, but there will be a hanging heart to go with this bag, just a little decoration, because we all like hearts, don't we? Right, what else am I doing? I think I've probably covered everything for now. So what I've got to do now is I've got to go and print off some orders, and then I'm going to go off down to the post office. Well, I'm going down to the shop first and then to the post office, back home, and hopefully I'll have time to do a little bit more machine embroidery on some gnome bags, or some Tomty bags I should say, and I will share that with you. So I'll catch you a little bit later on. Also, I just want to say a very big thank you to everybody who left comments asking me how my back was and how my eye is. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. My eye is a lot better than what it was. It's not sore anymore. The top lid is still getting a little bit crusty on the lid, but I keep bathing it and everything. But it seems to be getting better now, so I'm pleased to say. And my back, I think it did me good, not really doing much over the week, not going out and anything, and not lifting and things like that. So it's a lot better. It's probably just about back to normal now, so I can get cracking this next week on some work. So yeah, so thank you very much for your concern. I do appreciate it. So I hope everybody's well and having a nice crafty week this week. And has anybody got any snow? Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you've had any snow this week like we've had, and what have you done? Have you been out in it? Have you got children, grandchildren, or anything like that you look after? What have you been up to? It'd be nice to hear. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Tomty bag stitch out on the embroidery machine. I know the light's a little bit bright from the embroidery machine. I will see if I can find where you can switch it off and see if that's a little bit better, because I think the white of the beard was sort of blowing out a little bit. So yeah, sorry about that. But I will see what I can do next time, see if it's better. And it does get a little bit blurry, I'm afraid, because I think because it's going so fast, the camera can't keep up with it. But you've seen the finished product and you've seen how the Tomty is made on the machine. Now it's a relatively quick stitch out. It only takes 14 minutes, which is good. But obviously it takes a little bit longer because you've got to cut out the fabric after it's stitched on before it does its finishing stitches. But having said that, it's still not too bad, and I am getting quicker at cutting out the applique now, which is good. So I think I'm going to call it a day now. Time's getting on, it's actually getting late. So I hope everybody has a good week, and I hope you're all keeping well and stay safe and keep on crafting, and I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.